What's good, y'all, man? We back again with another video today. Well, not even today. What's good, y'all, man? We back again with another video. Today, I wanted to talk about the games that we just watched. We had a very exciting opening night, and you already know how it is. The second night is always better because it's more games, more matchups, and it was a really fun night tonight. So I wanted to discuss the games that we watched earlier. Some late night games going on right now, like the Suns versus the Mavs, and the Mavs are blowing them out again. So like, who cares? The Jazz versus the Nuggets, who cares? So yeah, we're gonna talk about the game. So let's get into it. So let's start off with the game that I kind of caught the end of, which was the Memphis Grizzlies versus the New York Knicks. Now, I picked the Knicks to win that game. I'm actually a fan of the Knicks this year. If not a fan, I'm saying I'm actually thinking they're going to be pretty decent this year. So I picked them to win that game. Plus, Dylan Brooks and Jaren Jackson was out, so I thought they were going to be able to catch that game. But they ended up losing in overtime. Really close game. They was getting blown out at some point, but they kind of brought it back in the fourth, and that's when I kind of started watching. Like 5 minutes left, and I gotta give it to Ja Morant just in the clutch. And he's shown us a lot in the playoffs, and he's shown us not a fluke in just one game. That like in the clutch, he's him. Like he's one of the top 5, top 10 players in the clutch. And it's just so crazy because like you know what he's gonna do. He's gonna come off the pick and roll, and if you're gonna fade back, or he's just gonna attack you, and he does it every single time, and it works. And because he has a variety of ways of attacking the big off the pick and roll. And he always has that push cross that works every single time. His footwork on that move is just crazy to me at times. And he has that floater game, and he kind of gets to the cup pretty easily every time. And he could probably do that all game because I've probably seen it before, but like in a long time, I haven't seen a person get to the cup this easily. Like it's real easy. And they did it again, getting like these random guys. They're starting to become the Raptors, getting these random guys and them being good players. I don't even know his name, number 7. He was shooting lights out tonight. I know John Carter, he was shooting lights out. And number 7, he was actually sticking some really good D. But on the other side, the Knicks really did look good. RJ looked, I don't even want to cuss, but he looked real bad. I seen he shot 3 for 17. But Jalen Brunson and Julius Randle, for that 5 minutes that I've seen it and looking at the stats, they look pretty good. Cam Reddish, finally got a Cam Reddish game. This is the first Cam Reddish game probably since Game 6 of the Eastern Conference Finals. I think he hit 5 threes. He hit that last 3 in the fourth quarter, which was a beautiful play by Coach Thibodeau. I didn't even know he had a pen like that. That was a beautiful play and a beautiful shot by Cam. Obviously, I feel like Cam should start. I'm a huge fan of Cam ever since high school, but I feel like he should start. And I don't understand why Evan Fournier is starting or getting minutes over Cam and Quinn Grimes. Like, I understand he's a veteran-led player. You can play him next to those guys, but there's no reason why he should get minutes over them and they're stuck on the bench. That just shouldn't happen this year. So hopefully this game earned Cam some spots and some minutes because that's what he deserves. But to the games that I did watch, the Pelicans versus the Nets, like 5 or 4 hours before this game, I tweeted out that the Pelicans are going to blow out the Nets. And I was just watching their all access that they posted on YouTube today, and I was just looking at this team, and like everything I said in my Pelicans video was right. They're so versatile and so crazy. And I was like, yeah, they're going to blow the Nets out today because the Nets have nobody that can stop Zion. They have nobody that can stop Brandon Ingram. And they have nobody that can stop Jonas Valanciunas. And you seen it in the game. You seen it. Zion had 28. B.I. had 28. Even C.J. McCollum hopped in. He had 21, 22, and 5. Herb Jones, at times, you can't shut down KD. Like, that was the anomaly. The Celtics did their best job. You can't shut down KD. But Herb Jones stuck some really good defense on KD, even blocked his shot a couple times, something we haven't seen since like 2019, 2020 on Giannis. But then they depth, like I told you, their depth is just so deep. They went 11 deep tonight with Najee Marshall, what's his name, Jose Alvarado, Trey Murphy. They just went super deep. Devontae Graham even got some time. Jackson Hayes didn't play today. He was hurt. I think he's still out with that sprained ankle. But they went super deep. Trey Murphy came in and dropped 11 and 8. Jose Alvarado came in and got a couple buckets. Same thing with Devontae Graham. Najee Marshall sticks some aggressive defense. Fouled a lot, but hey, that's what they want him in there for, just to be the aggressor on defense. And they kind of just bullied him the whole game. KD still got his 30. Kyrie played terrible. Between B.I. and Herbs guarding him, He played terrible, and I was really happy what I seen from Bi on the defensive side. Not only on Kyrie, but on KD too. You're not gonna be able to stop KD. He's still gonna hit most shots over you, even if you stay good defense. But watching Bi slide his feet out there, and be more quick on defense, that was just something that I love seeing. And actually being engaged off ball. That's always been my thing with Bi. He's just never really that engaged off ball on defense, but he really was today. And then on offense, he went on that 10-0 stretch in the third quarter, and he was just damn near unstoppable. He was giving KD buckets. He was giving KD buckets. I wish he would have got that dunk on KD. I really do, because that's just, it would have felt like a passing of the torch. Even though KD is like still here, obviously, it just would have felt like a passing of the torch. But that was a really good game for the Pelicans, and I don't even want to overreact, but I kind of am like, yo, that team can be a contender. Like I told you, only team I see that can beat them is the Warriors, and I'm saying that only because they have experience for every type of lineup, every type of thing you can throw at them. They have experience for that, so I feel like that can hurt the Pelicans. But anybody else, I feel like they can easily beat. I just, that team is just so crazy, so well coached, well trained. They seem like a bunch of veterans, even though it's a bunch of young guys. Zion came out, he looked a little rusty, but still rusty, and I'm dropping 25 and 12, like, easily. Going up, missing a shot, then second bounce, crazy. Like, I don't double tap A real quick. I'm watching him, and I'm just so confused. Like, I watched Zion in college, in high school, but I didn't think he was going to be this type of player in the NBA, where it's like, yo, I've never seen this before. It's generational. So I love what I see from them. Like I said, B.I. was dogging. Herb Jones did his thing. Trey Murphy came up big off the bench. That might be a sleeper pick for 6 man of the year if he can be that consistent. And C.J. McCollum did his thing as a point guard. Hopefully we can get some Dyson Daniels minutes. I think he can play a major impact in the real rotation. But other than that, man, they look really good. As far as the Nets, Kyrie, he had that one spin move to the left-hand floater. Was like, yo, this nigga Kyrie's like a wizard. But other than that, it was nothing. Same thing, Ben Simmons fouled out 4 points. And I love Ben, but I feel like he lied to me. He lied. Talking about I'm going to shoot threes now in a JJ Redick interview. I kind of have to shoot and all that stuff. And, like, he don't look at the rim. And maybe what 76ers fans are saying it right. Like, yo, we want him to be aggressive too, but he just never does. And Ben Stans, like me, was like, yo, he just got to be aggressive. Maybe he just never will. Maybe he won't. Maybe he don't trust himself. Because it looked bad. It looks bad. Their offense don't look good at all. Like I told you, I hate Nicholas Claxton. He's so cringy to me. He's a cringe. Like, he'll get a rebound. What the fuck are you? You weak as hell, bro. Like, if you watch Nicholas Claxton, you see the little mannerisms. He's so cringy. But even off the bench, Davon Sharp, Cam Thomas, they didn't look that good. Patty Mills hit a couple shots, but other than that, this team, I want to be like, I see KD, I want to be like, yeah, KD is the type of player that, like, I trust him in moments, and I obviously do, but, like, this team's really bad. Like, I look at this team, like I look at the Lakers, like, yeah, we obviously trust AD and LeBron, but the team is trash. I trust KD, but the team is trash. So, other than that, the Cavs Raptors games. For the first game, I was really excited, but like as soon as Darius got out, it just hurt. It hurt, cause like, yo, why I feel like we're gonna go through this again when we just have an injury-riddled year, and like, yo, Gary Trent, you punched the shit out of him, bro. Obviously, you didn't punch him, but like you reaching for the ball, you went finger first. And I think I seen you got painted nails, so you probably obviously got long nails too. So you probably stabbed that nigga eye up, like. And Darius is on the floor. He had to get help to the locker room. Like, I hope it's not something that keeps him out for 2 weeks. Cause we got a decent schedule, and we got to jump off quick. Or we touching the play-in, and anything can happen in the play-in. But other than that, Donovan Mitchell looked really good. Looked really fucking good. He had to play a lot of minutes in the fourth quarter. You've seen a lot of those shots start to get short because he's played like basically the whole second half. But he looked really, really good. Cedi Osman, again, you look I'm going to say you look good. Paul, he looked good today in the game. He looked really good. Shot the ball well. Same thing with Dean Wade. Sticks some really good defense. I actually seen him take it to the hoop a lot more. And if he's aggressive, I like that because I think Dean Wade has a little game to him. I don't think he's just a real 3-and-D wing. I think he has a little game to him. Isaac, look, what the fuck? Like, I Isaac, please, can you get off my team? A couple threes wide open, just missed. 1-3 air ball. Hella turn. I see why he got benched towards the end of the game. Get up. I don't. We spent the 5th overall pick on that guy. Then the deal was right there. I'm still mad about that. Isaac got to show me something for like a couple months to be like, all right, I believe. But other than that, man, get this nigga off my team. Surprised Lamar Stevens and Robin Lopez didn't get minutes. I kind of understand Robin Lopez because they are a fast-paced team and he is pretty slow. But putting size on him, I felt like that would have helped a little bit. And at times, it felt like JB was kind of hesitant to play Jared Allen. Like, they was going on runs, and like Jared Allen was throwing to be on the bench. I don't know if our conditioning is up like that, but stuff like that kind of hurted us, if that's not a word. But even Kevin Love hit some shots. He played pretty decent. He got a lot of rebounds today. I'm really excited to see that. And I felt like we could have went for Raul Neto a little bit quicker to give Donovan Mitchell a little bit of a break. But I understand, like, they would at that time when Darius went out, Donovan had to play the whole game basically, and that's what I'm scared. Like, we addressed our problem, but like we still need both of them. We need both of them to play to win. And if one of them goes out, it's going to be hard. Karras played okay today. He played okay. I'm not a big fan. I like that he's starting. I think it's decent, but I would go Dean Wade. I think Dean Wade is the obvious pick. The stick defense can shoot and play all ball if you need a bucket. If you need him to get a bucket, he can go get a bucket. So I feel like that was the obvious pick. But Karras, he played decent today. Passed the ball really well. Jared Allen, leader, defensive player of the year already. A lot of clutch, fun, aggressive blocks today. A lot of them today. So that's my overreaction for the team. He might win defensive player of the year. But Evan Mobley, if you look at the stats, I believe he had 13 and 9. And like stat wise, you look at the stats, you didn't watch the game, that's good stats. But like watching the game, at times he just don't seem aggressive. And that's what I want from Evan Mobley, just be aggressive, because that's what we need. Especially in a time like this when Darius is not out. If he would have been more aggressive, I feel like he could have imposed his will on the team, and he could have helped Donovan Mitchell get some rest. Because that time, like I said, Donovan Mitchell was just, I got to score. Because he was the only scoring option. Now, I understand, like, this is his second game back, Evan Mobley. But, like, yeah, I just needed him to be more aggressive. Like, even when he was aggressive, he was getting his buckets pretty easily. Like, he had one great footwork on this move. But he had one simple jab step turnaround on Scotty Barnes. And then, like, he got to the hoop super quick. And he can do that a lot. Scotty's big, but I don't think Scotty is long enough pause to mess with Evan in the post. And I feel like he just has to be aggressive at that moment. Especially, he had to be aggressive. So I was a little bit disappointed from him. But other than that, man, I like what I see from us. From the Raptors, they look really good. They just hack. They hack, bro. And it was hard to watch. Like, and yo, I'm not one to make excuses. I really don't. But them refs was fucking crazy. It was crazy. I ain't even gonna sit here and act like some shit wasn't a foul. But like, yo, we didn't get no calls at all. No calls went our way, especially in that first quarter and the fourth quarter. Not Scotty Barnes. Fred VanVleet was just going against niggas, and he was standing like this, and he was tripped on his own foot. They called that a foul. I'm like, what? That's not a foul. You going up verticality and the nigga tripped on his own foot, even though we bumped. He did that like 3 times in a row, and he got 6 free throws out of that. That's it. That kind of hurt. But then in the fourth quarter, those threes to start off the fourth quarter definitely hurt. They definitely hurt. But I felt like we bounced back from that. We got up by like 7, but then we didn't get no calls. Evan Mobley, Jared Allen were getting hacked, and we didn't get no calls. But I ain't gonna make no excuses. It was a winnable game, of course. Definitely a winnable game. But other than that, man, that's it for this video. I don't even know what I'm gonna title it, but I'm gonna go watch this. Oh, never mind. I don't care. The Mavericks are blowing them out again. Okay. All right, bye. Peace out.